Hey YouTube, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to explore the topic of how Christians should view taking care of the environment. Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to ask you to please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. There is a huge difference between the biblical view of caring for our planet versus the secular humanism view of saving the planet. So on one hand, we have caring for the planet, and on the other hand, we have saving the planet. Well, we will never, ever save the planet 1 second past what God's will is, but we need to take care of this planet because we don't know when Jesus is coming back. We have a lot of voices absolutely screaming in our ears that humans are responsible for saving the planet and they want to limit our use of resources. Now, on the other side of the coin, in the extreme opposite direction, we have some people who throw fast food wrappers out of their window as they are driving down the street. There are a lot of litterbugs out there. The Bible teaches us that the earth and all that is in it was given to us by God to rule over and subdue. Genesis chapter 1, verses 28 and 29 tells us, God said to Adam and Eve, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. Behold, I have given you every green plant yielding seed that is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit yielding seed. It shall be food for you." Psalm chapter 8, verses 6 through 8 also teaches this. So we as Christians should focus on caretaking, not saving, but definitely never abusing our planet. We need to be intelligent when it comes to managing the wonderful resources that God has put here for us to use. God shows us this concept in the Old Testament, where God commanded that the vineyards and the fields would be sown and harvested for 6 years, and then they are to be allowed to rest for the 7th year so that the nutrients of the ground can recover and be replenished. In other words, the land needs to rest every 7 years. Well, you can read all about this for yourself in Exodus chapter 23, verses 10 and 11, and in Leviticus chapter 25, verses 1 through 7. We absolutely need to appreciate and take care of the environment and be in awe of all of the different and marvelous things that God has made. What a beautiful planet we live on with tons of variety. God is such a show-off, and he wants us to be in awe in the same way a baby is in awe when you blow bubbles at them. Creation is awesome, even in its broken state, due to our sin, which brought about the ground to be cursed. We have everything that we need on earth in order to feed, clothe, medicate, and house the countless amount of people who have lived their lives since we were created roughly 6,000 to 8,000 years ago. All of the resources were put here by God for us to use responsibly. I can't say this enough. Use them responsibly, but use them. Just don't leave the water running. The planet we live on and the universe was never meant to be permanent, and we are called to care for it and not save it. Secular humanists are obsessed with attempting to save the planet, which demonstrates that they believe mankind to be our own God. 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 10 describes the end of the earth, which will not be prolonged 1 second longer than what God's will allows for. When the word of the Lord says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, the earth also and the works therein shall be burned up. Therefore, the earth and the universe in its present form will be destroyed by God at his perfect time, and God will create a whole new heavens and a whole new earth, as described in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13, and Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. Again, where Christians differ from secular humanists is that we believe we are supposed to be good stewards over creation as long as it lasts, rather than trying to preserve it for thousands or even millions of years into the future. Don't be afraid to use the items in creation that God has given us to use. Just don't leave the water running, and don't be a litter bug. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.